Welcome to an episode of Tangentially Related, a podcast like a phone call with your best friend. I'm here with my bestie.
I'm Gina.
And I'm Laina. It would help if I introduced myself. And so exciting. We are officially through Q1. Go us.
Does anyone still do the air horn? I don't know. I'm
You
still
know
doing
what?
it.
I do.
Okay, good.
So
Thank
yes,
God.
I'm somebody. Or any. No, somebody. That makes more sense. But it's our 14th episode.
Woohoo!
Crazy. So crazy.
Yeah, not that this is a business podcast by any means, and I know people mostly think about the business world being in quarters. At some point last year, I saw someone do like a Q1, Q2 life update, and I was like, oh my gosh. We should do a little Q1 celebration, update, reflection
Yes.
for the podcast.
I love it.
We're still in our infancy, I guess.
We're podcast babies.
We're podcast
That's
babies.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, let's rephrase. Our podcast is a baby. That sounds better.
Yes, our podcast is a baby. Although then I feel like it needs a lot more attention. That sounds weird. Not in a bad way, but it's like I need to like baby it more and I shouldn't swear as much and maybe be more appropriate.
We sound like neglectful moms, possibly, or just, yeah.
Which we do not endorse. We do not endorse neglectful mothers.
This is true. Have you seen people referring to like their moms or aunts or grandmothers as like a cigarette mom, a cigarette grandma?
No, what the fuck is that?
I feel like I can show you better than I can tell you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need you at some point to go to TikTok and search.
Just search it.
Yep, like
Okay.
cigarette grandma.
I have like a visual in my
Good.
head, and I didn't know if it was beyond that. If it's just that vibe, I got it. I'll still go to TikTok because, that's inevitable.
Yeah, I think like a cigarette grandma, yes, usually has a cigarette in one hand, like she's smoking while she's busy lifing. These women are usually, I mean, they're very much of a different generation, but still exist. Usually like tough, a little rough around the edges, and I honestly don't think it's a derogatory thing. I myself had like a cigarette grandma, and even though like she passed when I was young, like she was great. I think everyone should have.
Everyone needs a cigarette grandma.
Everyone needs a cigarette grandma. Someone
That's
needs
a
like
t-shirt
a
right
tough
there.
lady. Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Designing t-shirts. Love it.
Oh, this is like the second one we've come up with, and I don't know that I wrote down the first idea.
No, it was something that you said. Oh, because I described the design and everything.
Yeah, this is like typical.
Oh, it was from our cult episode. It's just because I think it was like, oh, just love a good cult. Just love a good cult.
I do love a good cult.
I think that's what it was, where it was like pink and there was like a coffee mug with like a hand. Now I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that episode to make sure I'm not lying to everybody.
No, I like this, and then we will actually write it down and do it. That's just such a good example of my neurospicy brain. If I don't write something down, it just floats away into the ether and I'll never remember.
No, for real. That's why I really like the really small notebooks. It's bougie, but there's like this really small moleskin notebook. It's thin.
Ooh, yes.
I used to use them when I was on set a lot. Back in my day, aka college, when I was on sets all the time, because they fit in my back pocket of women jeans.
Yes.
They would fit in a back pocket, and that fucking says something.
True. Let's be clear.
We have gotten off track.
We have.
We had a whole plan.
Typical.
Typical us. Now we're talking about girl pants and notebooks.
And notebooks. We can circle back to the notebook thing at some point, because I have recently gotten really into the stationery supplies.
Oh, I know.
But
you and your Hobonichi.
Exactly. Yep, that's what started it all, and I love that I have actually been consistent. I'm so proud of myself.
Oh, that's so good.
So I was like, this is going to fix all of my problems. And I really didn't want this to be a hyperfixation that burned out and for me to have spent all this money on a thing that I'm no longer using. But no, I'm still doing it, and I have paced myself on buying stationery supplies so that I'm not going crazy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because, money is a thing. Blech.
I know.
And if you pace yourself, then you get like little fun surprises along the way, opposed to just like one giant purchase and then you regret it.
No, true. Yeah. Instead of like going to a stationery store and dropping hundreds of dollars, I have been able to spread that
Hundreds of dollars on stationery?
Some people do. They'll do these like whole hauls. The planners themselves are expensive. If you get into fountain pens and then the inks, that can be expensive. All of the washi tape, the stickers, whatever else you want to do. Yeah.
I can't really talk because I could spend hundreds of dollars on my hobbies, like
Hmm.
shiny math rocks. So easy.
Yes, yes, you do love your dice.
Sometimes they cost $100 a pop.
I want to say that's crazy, but I understand.
You've seen my dice. They're beautiful.
They're gorgeous, and I understand collector things like that cost a lot of money. So yeah.
It's funny because you do understand the collector's thing. I don't, and I still am just like, $100 for a set of dice? Totally reasonable.
You're right. Okay, that is a little weird. Maybe it's because
Yeah.
you view it as an art piece.
Yes, I love displaying my dice, and I just generally like playing with them. This sounds so weird. But if I ever get high and I'm just like, I feel like doing something, I will literally just get my dice out and roll them and see which ones roll highest while I'm just listening to music. It's great.
I love that. It's like a fidget toy.
Basically, yeah. And it's a good way just to keep myself occupied while not sober
Hmm.
in a way that is not me tearing down walls in my house. So,
Yes.
the better of the two options.
Or coming up with 5 new business plans, which you're still going to do anyway.
True. Sometimes you just need to roll some shiny math rocks and not start another business.
and not start more businesses.
Yep.
Thank God you've only gotten to the stage of like, not that you're not doing a lot, because you will think of the concept and then start planning the structure and systems and processes. But I'm just glad that it stops there. Could you imagine if Hi You just started purchasing domain names and registering LLCs?
The minute I figure out the money side of business things, I'm gonna be broke. Like, I'm gonna end up, like you said, getting all the domains, registering all of the articles of organization for LLCs, all of the things that you need, and I'm gonna have 50,000 businesses, but no income.
A business you dreamt up the night before just suddenly has a post on Indeed. We're like, you're hiring? What?
What?
I could see this happening.
100%. This is why High Me needs to be distracted with shiny math rocks.
Yeah.
And not stationary, because I feel like stationary would not keep my attention long enough.
Yeah, I get it. I want to do it more. Like, I really like my Hobonichi, but I'm just using a little Hobonichi Weeks planner sometimes throughout the day, but definitely at the end of the day, I'll write in there, kind of recap things. And so it's only like a couple minutes of every day, and there are times where I'm like, oh, I really like this. I want to do more. So I've thought about getting into junk journaling so I can use some of those same supplies.
Fun.
Yeah, so we'll see if I actually get there, because I also think that it could be very free and fun, but other times I think I might get too perfectionist-y, so maybe it would be a good exercise for me to just
Let go.
let it go. Just
Let
create.
it go. Nope.
Let it go.
Man, we come around to weird references on this podcast quite often. We've brought up Disney princesses multiple times. Your Hobo Benici planner has come up multiple times. I reference heated rivalry all the time. My hatred of capitalism. Sometimes I feel like we're a broken record, but at the same time, we also never say the same thing twice. It's kind of crazy.
Usually not. I don't know how we do it. I want to say maybe one show or movie has come up twice, but that doesn't count.
I love how you're just like one of them.
That's
We've
true, yeah.
mentioned so many. I really do think we should start like a list on our website or something so people, and we can like check off things as we watch them so people can follow along.
Yes, okay.
We don't have a ton of people listening. That's fine. We'll get there.
No, exactly.
We'll get there.
And that is definitely something that I want to do on our TikTok. So speaking of which, let's talk numbers
Love it.
real quick, because this is a Q1 update and reflection here.
Woohoo.
So, like you said, this is our 14th episode. Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay us.
Doing the things.
Yeah, so crazy that we started right away, January 1st, and January had 5 Thursdays because we release new episodes every Thursday. And while we have had experience doing episodic content in our day jobs, this was the first time we've ever done that for ourselves. So it was a little intimidating to start with such a full month, but
did it. We did the things.
that puts us at now, this is 14, so 13 episodes in Q1. Woohoo! Yep, 14 episodes, one consistent listener that we know of, and that's Laina's mom.
Shout out to my mom. Hi,
Hi,
Mom.
Mom.
You're the best.
I love that she listens to our podcast. That's so nice. I feel the love from over here, so thank you, Laina's mom, for listening to us ramble.
Did I tell you what she said when she started listening?
Wait, no.
Oh, it's so funny. She's like, yeah, I kind of feel like I'm eavesdropping on a conversation.
Am I supposed to be
And
here?
I was like, that's kind of the point,
Yeah, true.
but I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I've never thought about it that way. We very much are two best friends just yapping along, so I hope that other people like pick that up. Just join in. If it feels like you're eavesdropping from the other table, bitch, pull up a chair.
Come on.
Yeah, I love that.
Have I ever told you about the code word me and my ex had for when we were signaling each other when we were eavesdropping?
No, I don't know that I didn't know about a code word, but this is probably something that we've talked about before because I love eavesdropping.
So it happens quite often. Both me and her are neurospicy.
Hmm.
So we get distracted really easily. So when we're out in public and all of a sudden it's very clear to like either me or her that we are not clocked in on the conversation we're having, we're distracted.
Mm-hmm.
We'll ask each other Singapore and either say yes or no because that's our code word. And the reason behind this is because we used to use the one Samwise from
Ah.
Lord of the Rings. But it's the Lord of the Rings is really, really well known.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of was like, oh man, we should pick something
But
else.
Singapore's not. Sorry, go ahead.
It's not that Singapore isn't not, but it's not associated with eavesdropping. And honestly,
Hmm.
to this day, I really don't remember how we got from Samwise to Singapore, but we still, like, we're still good friends.
Yeah.
We still use this code word, even though we are no longer together. It's like Singapore? Literally, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were doing something and it came up again, and I was like, oh my word, some things
Oh man,
will never leave my life. And this is one of them that I'm like, this is hilarious and I love this.
that's so funny.
So Singapore means I'm eavesdropping on a conversation that I have no business being a part of.
I love that. No, I have lingered a little too long at a restaurant just so I can finish the other couple's story. I'm like, wait.
Oh, I
Let's
love that.
see where this is going. One time at Disneyland, this young couple was fighting, and I was like,
Oh, yes.
oh my gosh, like, where is this gonna go? We ate our food so slowly, took our time. It was like towards the end of the day, so it's very natural for some people to be on their phones, moving a little bit slower, because you kind of assume, everyone's been on their feet all day. And that was me and my husband. We were just taking our time while we were listening to them. I don't know how they didn't know, because him and I didn't say a damn word that whole time. We were just listening to this couple fight.
But they're at Disneyland. What would they
I
have to
know,
fight
yeah,
about?
poor kids.
Literally, it's called the happiest place on earth.
I think they were local,
Mm.
probably annual pass, could go all the time. They were like maybe older teens. It ended with the girls storming off. But what was so funny is that she made sure to get a box for her leftovers before she left. And I was like, you know what, girl? Yeah,
Well, of course.
why not?
You get those leftovers. If that's the only satisfaction you have walking away from that table, you bet. Fucking take them.
I'm taking this with me.
Jeez. I want to know, what was the fight about? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Ah, dang.
Sometimes I don't remember the subject, I just remember the emotions.
No, that's fair. I get that a lot too, where the emotion is what sticks with me more so than the actual information. It's very frustrating. Do you know if that's a neurospicy thing?
I think it might be because I know that memory is tied to different like neurodivergence, especially being forgetful and not remembering things being tied to ADHD, which is very much a symptom that I have. And I didn't know that for a long time. I just knew that I was forgetful. And I think throughout most of our relationship, you have known that about me.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that you've never judged me for being forgetful because
No.
I remember at one point telling you straight up, like, I have to write everything down. I'll forget a lot of things. And
Which is why when I ever tell you something that I know you need to remember, I was like, write it down, lady.
right, I will wait. Write it
It's
down.
like, I will wait. Write it down. Put it in your phone. Put a reminder. Like, whatever you need to do to remember this important thing, either that I'm telling you or you were told in my presence. I was like, no. We're going to make sure you
Right.
remember this because I know you.
No, yeah, and I appreciate that.
And forgetting things for like valid reasons, like because your brain just doesn't retain that information, is not like a moral failing that so many people pretend that it is. Now, if you're just an asshole, that's a different story. But if it really is like my brain just doesn't retain it because it's made a little different, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. I'm saying this both to you and anybody else
Yeah.
listening because I get so frustrated when people are like, oh, if you cared, you'd remember. I was like, no, that's actually not how all brains
Oh,
work.
exactly. And I think that's why I felt like such a failure for forgetting things.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was like, just stuff like that just wouldn't hold in my brain at all. And then if these people know me enough to know that I can ramble off lyrics from songs that were released 20 years ago. I'm like, okay, that's different. That's a
It
different,
is different.
that's a different part of the brain.
It is a different part of the brain. And music, especially for neurospicy brains, helps things stick because it engages multiple parts opposed to just one. It's actually a stimulation thing.
Yeah, true.
Because I'm both on the spectrum and have ADHD, so ADHD for the win.
Woohoo.
I've never been forgetful in the same way that someone with just ADHD is, but my brain overcompensates by remembering too much.
Yeah.
Which is the worst because I just don't have a great filter of like what's important and what's not. So where a piece of paper went from 5 weeks ago on my desk, yeah, I know exactly where it's at. Is it important? No. No, it is not. Ugh.
No, right? Yeah, sometimes it's hard to filter through. Sure, this is all good knowledge, but I don't need all of this right now.
Need it. The worst. Oh, brains. Love them and hate them.
Love them and hate them. Yep. The whole reason why we're here building our podcast off of friendship and tangents.
Love it. Because tangents are the best.
That's just how our brains work. Yes. Oh, speaking of the best of tangents, I do want to ask you, what has been your favorite episode so far? So your favorite episode from Q1.
Yes. You told me to think about this. And I did. Because I'm still utterly obsessed with Heated Rivalry.
I love that.
I literally just watched it last night. Our cult episode is probably one of my favorites, but I also really love the Dragon Horde and Magic Mice one because we talk about drunk Mario Kart too, and I'm still very excited the next time we're together, we're fucking playing.
Hell yeah.
I think it just needs to happen.
No, I agree.
The honorable mention for me is werewolves versus vampires just because you had never really had that debate before, which still blows my mind.
Okay, wow.
Even if I disagree with you vehemently. Unacceptable.
No, true. I like that we're on different sides of that coin. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are not the same person, but damn it, we kind of are. Those are the same episodes that I wrote down.
I love it. Well, and I was just like looking through, I was like, oh man, these are all great. But those are the ones that I was like, yep, those stick in my brain the most, especially because, again, with the werewolves vampire thing, you're wrong.
Shots fired.
It goes back to the emotion part that we were just talking about, completely unrelated, where, because I disagree with you so vehemently, it's stuck in my psyche, and then obsession with Heated Rivalry, and then wanting to play drunk Mario Kart. Like, it's just the emotional attachment to those things that is like, these are my favorite.
No, yeah. I love that. So our episode, New Year, New Cult, Hobo Nichis and Heated Rivalry, that was the third episode that we released. And I love that we have both just already organically mentioned that those same culty obsessions have still stuck. You are still all about Heated Rivalry.
I rewatch it so much.
How many times do you think you've seen all of Heated Rivalry?
Well, okay.
You're like, don't call me out.
Like the entire series, high 30s. If I have the time to watch everything, I will watch everything. If I have like a little less time than what I need to watch the full thing, like I have to go to bed at a reasonable hour. I love Scott and Kip. I will cut out episode 3 first just because it's easy.
No, I get
and
it.
I know it well enough that like episode 5 still hits. If I have even less time, I will just go 4, 5, 6 because I'm like it's such a good set of episodes.
No, it really is.
And if I only have time to watch one, I will watch episode 5. That's just so good. It's so good.
I like that you have a system.
I do have a system. I feel like I've said this before on the podcast. Episode 5's ending scene where they're watching the admirals win the cup is a masterclass in editing. I don't know if you've watched it again since you watched it initially.
No.
Okay, you need to do so. Full stop for a multitude of reasons. But episode 5 specifically, shut me up at some point because I can talk about this forever. But that last little scene is an editing masterpiece. Like, I'll just say it the same way again. Because there are 2 stories happening at the same time. The way the editing is done is telling both stories simultaneously, but so cohesively you don't even notice it. It's so well done. And like what shots are used to tell you which story you're in is so good. I need you to watch it just so we can geek out about it from an editing perspective. It's so good.
Yes.
That and that song is an excellent choice. So good.
No, true.
Okay, I'll stop.
Okay, I'll have to go back and watch that again.
Please.
This, boys and girls, is what we call a hyperfixation.
Yes.
I love that we both do this because while I do think it's kind of funny how many times you've seen it, I know what it is to be hyperfixated on something, and that's kind of all you you want right now.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying to have it and watch it again. So I totally get
It
that.
has gotten to the point where I mentioned this earlier, where I will like put music on and roll my shiny math racks
Hmm.
while high, which is great. The last time I did this, it was just the soundtrack to Heated Rivalry, and it was like so soothing because I like was telling myself the story in the head just from the soundtrack
Yeah.
because I knew where everything was while rolling my dice, and I was like, man, life's great. And it was just such a simple evening where I was like,
Yeah.
this is pretty nice. I like this.
That's nice.
Hmm.
Honestly, I sometimes feel like that when I'm setting up a new week in my Hobonichi.
Oh,
Yeah, like
nice.
I honestly, I've got my ruler out and my different colored pens and stuff, dividing up the lines between the different columns for where I want to put stuff, going through, filling it out. I keep one part of it like pretty blank just to recap at the end of the week or put other stickers there. And it's just nice to like vibe out, write things down, put little stickers on there.
And you're using your stickers?
Yes, and I have been
Good.
using my stickers.
Love that.
Which is so good because I have a tendency to hoard things like that, mostly because I think I need to put them on the best thing possible that I'm gonna see every day. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I bought these to use them. I just need to use them.
Yes, episode 2 was Capitalism is Gross, use the sticker.
Yes, that's
Which
right.
is why I asked.
Mm-hmm.
Again, with the so much information in my brain, I will remember these things.
No, true.
But the sticker title was just like, yeah, use your stickers. And I'm glad you're using them in
Oh,
your Hobonichi planner.
okay, more callbacks to other episodes. We did to done lists and doom piles.
Yes, yes.
I'm basically doing a to done list in my planner.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, I have a column of to dos, which sometimes I'll actually make it like a real to do and put things ahead of time. Other times I'm kind of using that column as a to done, and I'll just write down the things that I did that day so I still feel accomplished looking back at it. I usually just recap my day, what I accomplished, and how I felt. I'm not really planning ahead. A lot of the time I'm reflecting on that day, and that helps me with like my memory and organization of things, or just, if I don't remember, I can flip back 2 weeks and tell you how many
Yeah.
times I had Taco Bell or random stuff like that.
Oh, Taco Bell sounds so good right now.
Oh, that does sound good. Maybe I'll have Taco Bell.
That is one thing. I love living in New England in my
Mhm.
little area. I'm in Vermont. Fast food things are not really a thing here. Taco Bell is like a treat that I have to go to New Hampshire for.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It just sounds really good,
Mhm.
especially their breakfast.
When I am like up on the weekends to get fast food breakfast, I just don't think about it. But I like fast food
What?
breakfast. Yeah, I almost never have it. And I always forget that Taco Bell has a breakfast menu.
Wait, then what is your go-to fast food breakfast?
McDonald's. I like the McGriddle.
Gross.
No, it's so good.
Ew. 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 I do not like McDonald's just in general from like a taste perspective. I
Hmm.
prefer other ones. That's why I was like, wait a second, we are not on the same page here. Taco Bell is the way to go for breakfast, but you do you.
No, yeah.
I get it.
I see where you're coming from, but I just really like McDonald's breakfast. I think that's so classic.
I judge you out of love more than anything
No, yeah.
else.
They also just have the best Diet Coke and the best regular Coke when I used to drink regular. It is just whatever they're doing at the fountain, they got it dialed in over
It
there.
is so fascinating to me that people can taste the difference between the sodas when they're fountain versus like canned
Oh, hell yeah.
or bottled. I believe you. It's just, I don't really drink soda.
Hmm.
It's usually too sweet for me. I'm not a huge sweet person. So when I want bubbles, it's like carbonated water.
Mm-hmm.
The soda thing, I'm always just like, man, it just tastes sweet to me. But I guess there is a difference.
Oh, yeah.
But people are like diehards for like either McDonald's, Coke. There's another one where it's like, nope, it's better at this place. What is it? I don't
I'm
remember.
trying to think, and I don't know. My other favorite fountain thing is Baja Blast from Taco Bell.
Maybe that's it.
I love a Baja Blast, and when they started selling it in cans, like that was really exciting, but it just doesn't beat a Baja Blast straight from the fountain.
But then you need to like go out and you know me. Nah, I don't do that.
So there's that.
Like, I stay home. I'll drink my canned seltzer and call it good.
I mean, not nearly as delicious, but I get it. Same. I will just drink my canned Diet Coke. I can't always have a fast food Diet Coke.
I feel like I couldn't tell you the last time I had a Diet Coke. I actually no, I can. You were here
Mm,
visiting. I bought way too much Diet Coke. You know what I've used that for?
tell me.
because it expired.
Mm-hmm.
I've used it for cleaning.
Yes, like down to the drains and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Where I was like, no, I'm not going to drink this. So I'm going to use it for cleaning. Because, like I said, it expired. So I was like, well, shit. And you don't have a trip planned out here currently. So I was like, well, I'll just buy more the next time you're here and then have more cleaning supplies.
I know that that is a thing, and that still does not deter me from drinking it.
It's like, I'll still drink this.
I will still drink this. Yep, still one of my favorite beverages.
There are plenty of things that everybody do that are like bad for you. Where I was like, if Coke is your or Diet Coke is your vice, you do you. I do stupid shit all the time. Everyone has something,
Everyone has something.
and that makes life worth living.
Yes. Amen. All right. I was going to say any final words of our Q1 wrap up, but I like that.
Go us. We're doing the things.
We're doing the things.
Shout out again to my mom. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Lena's mom.
Love you.
Yay.
That's all. We're doing the things. I'm proud of us.
I'm so proud of us. Yep. We are managing to have a podcast while being completely long distance from each other, actually. We're in totally different states, but still doing it, still doing this outside of our day jobs, making it work, making it happen, and we're growing slowly but surely. Like, it really is okay if a lot of people haven't latched on just yet. Hopefully they will. But yeah, if you're listening, thank you. This has been Tangentially Related. We release new episodes every Thursday, so please tune in to see what we're chatting about next week. And if you're looking for more silly content or you just want to get to know us better, follow us on TikTok at tangentially.related. And let's have a good Q2, shall we?
Woohoo!
All right, cheers!